So let's add the login form here inside our login.blade.php page. First, let's move to getbootstrap.com. So here we will use Bootstrap to log in or to add login form. Let's copy this part that we have here. So we have here the CSS file and JS file. So we can use them. Let's paste here and change the title to admin login. And here let's remove this hello world. And I think they have here inside form, they have a form with the email and password. Let's check if we can find it here. So we have this one, and I think they have another one. Let's see. So there is no one. Okay, let's check here for the form. So I think this one. So this one has a text area. Let's check the overview. So I think this is the one that I am looking for. Let's copy this code from here and paste it here. Okay. Let's organize the code and let's move to our admin. So here we have I think we need the port 8000. So we are not searching for. Let's get the full link from here. So not here, but from here. So here is it. So it's the same, but I think that instead of accessing the URL, I searched in Google. Let's access the login page, which is the one that we have added here. So here, when we get to the home page, we will call the login function and display the login form that we have here. Okay, let's go back. So it's not yet done. So now it's done. So here target class HTTP doesn't exist. Why? So I think it's inside admin. So we have the admin folder and then the admin controller. Okay, let's refresh the page again. So now we have our form, but we need to organize everything. Let's copy this form from here. Let's add a div with a container, another div with the row and margin top and the bottom of, let's use only 4. Another div with call md6 and mx auto, and another div with a card, and another div with a card header, and each one with a margin top of 2. And let's add here login. Let's refresh the page. So we have the login. So the header we can give it BG white, text to center, and here let's make it only 3. Refresh the page. I think now it's better. We can use what else? We can use here a class if you want, class BG light, and save. Refresh the page. I think now it's better. Let's add a div with card body, and inside we paste our form, and we need to organize the code. So save. Let's refresh the page. Now we have the email, the password. Let's remove the checkouts. This checkout, change it to button dark, and save and refresh. Now it's better. Let's add here the routes that will log in the user. Where is it? So we need the method, and the method here is post, and we need action, and action will take us, as I said, routes is admin.auth. So save. Now nothing will happen. If we try to log in our user, so we will be redirected. So I have the missing SRF token, which is this one. Let's add it and go back again, refresh, try to log in. So we will be redirected. So we are not redirected. So call to undefined method, which is the validate. So I think that there is a method called validate. Why it's not? I think that we need to use the request validate. So this validates from the old versions of Laravel. So now I think since Laravel 11 you need to use request, not this. So just remove this and remove the request from here. Let's refresh and check again. So now we are redirected back to our home page, which means that the validation is working. So sorry. So instead of using the new code, I used the old code from the previous Laravel's versions. So now I think it's better. Let's display the form validation errors. Let's go back to our, so here we have the email. We can use the error directive, and error has or we check if we have the email. If yes, we use a div, and we use class invalid feedback, and inside we add strong tag, and inside strong tag we display the message. Here is the message. And we need also to add, let's add also a class. So we check using the error directive. If we have the email, we add another class which is invalid. If and we end the error without if, or end if, so end error. Let's refresh the page. So now we will see the validation error for the email. As you can see, the email field is required. We need to do the same thing for the password. So here is our password. So let's add the class here and check for the password. Let's copy also. So this blue line just package, so doesn't know this word. We can add it to our workspace settings and it will be fixed. So now where is the password? So here we need the password. Okay, let's add the password instead of email and save, and that's all. Let's go back again, refresh, submit, and we have the email and the password. Okay, let's do something. Let's now try to log in the admin with an email and password. So here we need to provide email and the password. An email and the password that doesn't exist. So we still have the same thing. Let's refresh the page. Let's add here email and we have the password. So I think I did not provide name to our input fields. That's why. So here we have, where is it? So we have the type email. We have the ID. We need also name. Name, and name here is email. Okay, same thing for our password. Let's add here, so this is the label, not the input field. So here we need to add name, which is the password. So save, let's refresh the page. let's provide an email and a password. So the password field must be at least 6 characters. Let's provide email and password. So these credentials do not match any of our records, which is the error that we have here. Okay, so we have thrown here. Now let's try to log in our admin. Let's use the admin email.com and password is password. So submit. And as you can see, the class HTTP models not found. Where is this one? Inside. So here task. I think we have something. So the problem is here. So here is the HTTP. So the models are not inside the HTTP, as you can see. So app models and task. That's why we have this error. So just the package that imports everything automatically, so doesn't work. So I need to import it manually, and I forgot the path for each class. So let's refresh the page again. Now we will access our dashboard, as you can see. So now the admin is logged in, but the problem is everyone can access the dashboard. So we need to protect our dashboard. So only the admin that can access it. Okay, and to do that we need to use a middleware.